Bible, O, the Jewish people, the state of Israel, and the ancient Israelites. What's the difference? Are they all the same? No, not exactly. These are three separate things, and today we're going to break down the difference between them. In today's video, we're going to learn about the history of the Hebrew people. We're going to see how the ancient Hebrews divided into different tribes and eventually became the nation of Israel. And we're going to see how out of the 12 tribes, the tribe of Yehudah came to be known as Jews. So if you're ready to dive deep into the history of the ancient Hebrews, the birth of the Jewish people, and the formation of the state of Israel, let's get to it. Now, before we begin, I want to say that this topic is really complicated, and there are a lot of details involved in the history of the Hebrew people, especially when talking about the ancient Hebrews and the formation of the nation of Israel. This video is really meant to be a basic introduction to the topic, but if you'd like to learn more about the history of the Jewish people or the state of Israel, check out the additional resources provided. Also, please remember to like and subscribe to Deep Bible Stories. It really helps us continue to grow and bring these videos to everyone. The ancient Israelites, descendants of Jacob. Now, the word Israel is used to describe the descendants of Jacob, who wrestled with an angel and became the father of 12 sons, which became the heads of the 12 tribes of Israel. His name was changed to Israel because he struggled with God, and that means that the Israelites are actually descended from Jacob, who became known as Israel. Remember, Israel is the name of a person, the son of Isaac and grandson of Abraham, from whom all the 12 tribes descend. And we find this identity found in Genesis chapter 32, verse 28, where Jacob wrestled with an angel and received the name Israel. Now, after Jacob blessed his 12 sons, they migrated together as a group, forming a nation. Each of his 12 sons became the head of a tribe, and together they are known as the children of Israel, or the Israelites. After leaving Egypt, they settled in Canaan, the land God promised to Abraham that would become the nation of Israel. Eventually, the term Israel was used to describe the nation that lived in Canaan and was made up of all the descendants of Jacob, the 12 tribes of Israel. The term Jewish, referring to the kingdom of Judah. The word Jew comes from the ancient Hebrew word Yehudi, referring to the people of the tribe of Judah. In 930 BC, the kingdom of Israel split into two separate pieces, the northern kingdom of Israel and the southern kingdom of Judah. The people of the northern kingdom of Israel claimed descent from Joseph and were called Israelites. However, the people of the southern kingdom of Judah claimed descent from the tribe of Judah and were called Jews. Now, while the people of the northern kingdom identified primarily with the tribe of Joseph, they still all claimed to be descendants of Jacob, Israel, and so they were still Israelites. But the people of the southern kingdom were much more particular and identified as Yehudi, meaning those from the tribe of Judah. Over time, the word Yehudi changed to Jew, so the people of the southern kingdom of Judah eventually became known as the Jews. But the term Jew didn't just mean the people from the tribe of Judah. It also came to include the people from the neighboring tribe of Benjamin. So the people of the kingdom of Judah and the neighboring tribe of Benjamin were referred to as Jews. In the Old Testament, the term Jew is most often used in reference to the people of the southern kingdom of Judah who followed the law of Moses and worshipped Yahweh as their one true God. Throughout the scriptures, God promises to restore and bless the land of Judah and calls them his heritage. During the exile in Babylon, the Jews were forced to leave their homeland and settle among the Babylonians. During this time, the word Jew came to refer to not just a geographic group, but a cultural group of people who worshipped God according to the law of Moses. During the time of the Maccabean revolt against the Syrians, The Jews fought for their right to worship God according to the Torah, and after successfully winning the war, the Maccabees rededicated the temple in Jerusalem. And since then, the holiday of Hanukkah celebrates the rededication of the temple and the miracle of the oil lasting 8 days. As the years passed, the word Jew came to refer to everyone who followed the Mosaic Law, regardless of whether they could trace their ancestry back to the tribe of Judah. The Jews believed in one God and looked forward to the coming of a Messiah who would deliver them from oppression and restore them to their land. They also had very specific rules and regulations regarding food, clothing, worship, and daily life. They believed that following these laws set them apart from other nations and showed their faithfulness to God. During Jesus' earthly ministry, the majority of his followers were Jews. When Jesus died on the cross, a large portion of his followers were Jews. And when the church began, it started with Jews, including the disciples and the Apostle Paul, who was formerly known as Saul. The Jewish people have continued to exist throughout history, continuing to follow their laws, traditions, and beliefs. And to this day, they remain one of the oldest existing cultures in the world. And today, modern Israel. Now, as a state, the modern nation of Israel declared independence on May 14, 1948. The State of Israel is located in the Middle East and is surrounded by several Arab countries. The nation of Israel is a modern sovereign state that was established in 1948. It's important to distinguish between the ancient nation of Israel and the modern State of Israel. The modern State of Israel is a political entity that was formed in the 20th century. The modern State of Israel is a sovereign nation recognized by the United Nations and many other countries around the world. But the modern nation of Israel should not be confused with the ancient nation of Israel, which existed thousands of years ago. When discussing the nation of Israel today, we're referring to the people who identify as Israeli, citizens of the State of Israel. Most Israelis today identify as Jewish, but not all of them do. There are Muslims, Christians, and others who identify as Israeli too. The modern nation of Israel is home to people from many different backgrounds and religions, but the majority of them identify as Jewish. The term Israel is used to describe both the nation and the people who live there. The modern nation of Israel has faced many challenges since its founding, including wars with neighboring countries and ongoing conflicts with Palestinian groups. Despite these challenges, the nation of Israel has remained strong and continues to thrive today. The modern nation of Israel has a rich history and culture. It is home to many important sites such as the Western Wall and the Church of the Holy Sepulchre. The nation of Israel has made significant contributions to science, technology, art, and culture. Hello, welcome back to our channel. We've been exploring the intricate tapestry of the Bible, and today we're diving deep into a topic that has captivated many: the difference between Jewish and Israel. These terms, often used interchangeably, actually carry distinct meanings. To truly understand their nuances is to embark on a journey that spans millennia, touching upon history, culture, and deep-rooted religious beliefs. Join us as we unravel the layers of meaning surrounding these terms, shedding light on their historical evolution and the profound impact they've had on shaping identity and faith. Testament. The concept of Jew first emerges in the book of Genesis chapter 29, verse 33, where we encounter Jacob's son, Joseph. As he is sent to Egypt due to famine, his 12 sons, collectively known as the children of Israel, become the progenitors of the nation of Israel. However, it's important to note that initially the term Jew itself is not explicitly mentioned. The narrative instead revolves around the descendants of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. It's only later in history that the name Jew takes center stage, signifying a unique identity. One significant instance where the term Jewish appears is in the book of Esther, chapter 3, verse 15. During the reign of King Artaxerxes, there arises a man named Haman, who demands that the Jews be annihilated. This marks one of the earliest explicit references to the term Jews. But what do these verses reveal about the Jewish identity of the time? They lived in Persia and were probably centered around Jerusalem. The Jewish exiles were allowed to return to their homeland around 538 BC and began to rebuild the temple in Jerusalem. The construction of the Second Temple renewed the religious life centered around the worship of God and adherence to the laws given to Moses. It was during this period that the term Israel took on a more pronounced spiritual and ancestral significance. After the exile, the Jewish people continued to face persecution, leading to the emergence of rabbis and a more defined religious system. Rabbinic Judaism played a pivotal role in shaping Jewish identity, particularly after the destruction of the Second Temple in 70 AD. With the temple destroyed, Jewish life shifted more towards synagogue-based prayer and study. The oral Torah, comprising interpretations and commentaries on the written Torah, became central to Jewish life, further solidifying the term Jewish as a descriptor of religious practices and beliefs. Over time, the term Israel continued to refer to the 12 tribes, but it took on a more inclusive meaning, encompassing all those who adhered to the Mosaic Law and considered themselves part of God's covenant people. It's important to acknowledge that outside of Scripture, history provides additional context. Archaeological findings and historical records offer insights into how the term Jewish evolved over time. For example, documents like the Dead Sea Scrolls give us a glimpse into early Jewish communities and their practices, helping us better understand the context in which these terms were used. During the Babylonian exile, the Jewish people faced hardship and dispossession. Yet amidst this, the concept of returning to the land of their forefathers persisted. After Cyrus the Great, the leader of the Persian Empire allowed the Jews to return to their homeland. This marked a significant moment where the term Jewish came to represent a resilient people who, despite exile and adversity, remained connected to their cultural and religious roots. To understand the significance of these verses, let's delve deeper into the historical context. When the northern kingdom fell to the Assyrians and the southern kingdom fell to the Babylonians, the term Israel, as a collective term for the people of God, lost prominence, especially after the destruction of both temples. Instead, the term Jewish gained prominence, particularly among those descended from the tribe of Judah, who were known for their faithfulness in times of trouble. In the post-exilic period, the Jewish people, originally hailing from the area known as Israel, became scattered across the Middle East. Despite their dispersion, they retained their identity as Jewish, highlighting the strength of their communal bonds and traditions. During this era, rabbis played a crucial role in maintaining Jewish life and traditions. The term rabbi derived from the Aramaic word rab, meaning teacher. These individuals were highly respected for their knowledge of the Torah and their ability to interpret its teachings. They became instrumental in guiding Jewish communities in the absence of a physical temple. As Judaism evolved, the focus on studying the Torah and adhering to God's commandments became central to Jewish life. This practice led to the development of synagogues as places for communal prayer and study. In these settings, the rabbi served as the leader, teaching the community about their heritage and guiding them in their relationship with God. Over time, the influence of rabbis and the study of the Torah became synonymous with being Jewish. So, what does all this tell us? First, it shows us that the identity of the Jewish people goes beyond geographical boundaries. Even during periods of exile, they held on to their identity through their religious practices, customs, and traditions. Second, the term Jew took on a broader meaning to encompass anyone who followed the Mosaic Law and identified with the Hebrew Scriptures. It's a testament to the strength and adaptability of the Jewish people that, despite changing circumstances, they were able to maintain their distinctive identity. Today, Jewish identity can be understood in two primary ways. For many, it's linked to religious belief, encompassing individuals who follow the teachings of Judaism and consider themselves part of the covenant made between God and Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Others define Jewish identity primarily through cultural and ancestral ties, including those who may not actively practice Jewish religious traditions but still feel connected to their heritage. The enduring legacy of the Jewish people as God's chosen vessel, through which blessings are meant to flow to the nations, remains potent in modern times. The enduring legacy of the Israelites, God's covenant people. Throughout the Bible, we see God make promises to the people of Israel. These promises form the foundation of their identity as a covenant people. This covenant started with Abraham, extended through Isaac and Jacob, and continued with the 12 tribes of Israel, forming a nation chosen by God for His purposes. From Abraham's call to leave his homeland to the giving of the law at Sinai, Israel's legacy has always pointed back to a relationship with God built on obedience, faith, and promise. Even as Israel faced challenges, disobedience, and exile, God's covenant remained constant. Prophets like Isaiah, Jeremiah, and Ezekiel spoke of a future hope where God would gather Israel from the corners of the earth, promising restoration and renewal. This eternal covenant is the bedrock of Jewish identity and heritage, serving as a reminder of God's unwavering commitment to His people. The Jewish people trace their identity back to the covenant God established with Abraham and his descendants. This covenant, initiated in Genesis, extends through Isaac and Jacob and finds its most significant expression in the 12 tribes of Israel. Despite centuries of dispersion, persecution, and cultural assimilation, the Jewish people have managed to maintain a sense of collective identity rooted in this ancient covenant. Key elements of this identity include adhering to the laws and traditions outlined in the Torah, celebrating Jewish holidays and festivals, and preserving the Hebrew language. These aspects serve to reinforce the continuity of Jewish culture and history. For believers today, the existence of Israel holds significant prophetic importance. Biblical prophecies speak of a time when God will restore Israel as a nation and gather the Jewish people from all over the world back to their ancestral homeland. This restoration is seen as a pivotal event that will occur before the fulfillment of the Messianic age. Many Christians believe that the modern state of Israel, re-established in 1948, is a fulfillment of these prophecies, marking a significant step towards the Messianic future. We've explored the multifaceted identity of the Jewish people and the concept of Israel, tracing their evolution from ancient times to the present day. If you found value in this deep dive, don't forget to like this video and share your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear your perspectives. Your engagement helps us continue creating videos that bring the Bible to life for you. So keep watching and let the journey of discovery continue. Thanks for joining us.